Hey, it's Lee, and I'm here with my first post-holidays pickups video. I almost couldn't get those words out. So while I was visiting my parents, I also went to visit a friend who lives in a town called North Bay. It's a small place, but they have a pawn shop that seems to be getting pretty decent stuff in. Probably their most interesting, I don't say interesting, but the most impressive collection of games was for the original Xbox. They had quite a few of the big titles, things like is it Call of Cthulhu, things like that. I found one game in there that's kind of interesting. It's a bit of a callback. This is the game. It's Cyanide. And they didn't have like a cheap price on this, but they had a very reasonable price. So the game was $40. Typically it goes for a little over, and this is $40 Canadian. It typically goes for, like shipped at least, a little bit over $50 online, sometimes 55. I've seen it as high as, well, 60 recently. The thing about this game is that it's quite rare. And I actually found it a long time ago. Maybe 3 years ago, I went to the pawn shop in my hometown, which is an even smaller town of 6,000 people. And I found a copy of this game for $5. And at the time I didn't know what the game was, I just picked it up. And shortly after, this game kind of blew up price-wise. So it's come back down, but for a while this game was going for, depends when it was, but it certainly went for over $100 for a while. I saw it for as much as 120, 140 a few times. And at the time my friend Christian was really collecting Xbox a lot. And he helped me a bunch with my collection, so I decided, you know what, it's an Xbox exclusive, I got a really good deal on it, I'll give it to him, he can add it to his collection. So it's kind of gone full circle, and now I'm adding it to my collection because I didn't regret giving it to him, obviously, but it's a shooter, it's an interesting game. There aren't that many interesting Xbox exclusives in my opinion, at least not in my collection. So I figured to pick it up. It looks beautiful if you look at the back. I don't know if you can actually see that, whatever. So yeah, $40. I think this thing's gonna go back up in value. It's just not that common. I don't know how I found it so many times because I don't see it here in Ottawa, which is a town of 1 million people. But I found it twice in smaller towns, so we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, Cyanide, pretty rare game on the Xbox. My only pickup from the holidays, but I'm planning on going shopping quite a bit over the next couple weeks, so I'll have more videos. Thanks for watching.